Sure, what's up? What's up? I'm sorry, I'm using this laptop to record a video, which is like 50 minutes plus, and that's like an issue because it's like dragging. Yeah, this guy is joining my live stream. Yeah, I'm doing a live stream. So maybe you may see it like shaking or dragging. Just know it's because the laptop is busy. So we're talking about South Africa, and it's really a sad moment for us, especially for people like me and many other African countries that we believe like coming together is the real deal. Yeah, I see somebody laughing. Yeah, his name is Alexandra. If you're joining this live stream, please ensure you subscribe to my channel, give it a like, hit the like button. So I'll just do this first part of the live stream for the next 29 minutes. Then from there, we shall talk about Jamaica or Jamaica. I've seen a lot of you guys complain about my videos of Jamaica, a few, but that's expected. So let's talk about South Africa. So as you know, for those guys who don't know me that much, let's say you subscribe today to my channel. My name is Maro, I'm from Kenya. And my job is just to travel and document my life and also to encourage young people or even old people, all sorts or from all walks of life. Like, look, you can just travel and live a dream and do what actually you thought it's a dream. So lately we've been having a lot of problems from South Africa. For those guys who don't know South Africa, let's say you didn't do your geography. South Africa is a country in the south of Africa. Actually, it's the main country on the south side of Africa. And it's got its independence, I think, 1994 or 1992, around there. I'm not very sure. But it was one of those countries that a lot of African countries supported for it to gain independence, I mean, because it was one of the latest to gain independence in Africa. Apart from South Sudan, it's South Africa. So lately we've been having a lot of problems where South Africans have been attacking other Africans who live there or work there. And for that reason, a lot of people have called it xenophobia. So I don't know if I should call it the same as xenophobia, or I should. Leo Garcia, muchas gracias por tu donación. Thank you so much for your donation. I see you. So we've been having a lot of problems and a lot of debates, a lot of viral videos on YouTube, on Instagram, not Instagram, Facebook, showing how the hate is really tricky and stuff. So, but we are really, yeah. So it started by this. Actually, it has been there. Like this xenophobia thing has always been there, but I think this year it has been too much. For the last like 4 years, we've been seeing this like attacks on foreigners and everything. So it has been there, but this year it has been like too much. And as a guy who travels a lot, and as a guy who also does not believe in borders, because we need like one Africa, we need like to unite. We have like too many problems to. So again, like fighting amongst ourselves is like we look like we are lost. Like, people are forming unions, people are like killing the borders, and we're here trying to fight between ourselves. Like, oh, I believe you came to my country to steal my opportunity of work, or to take my job, or to take. And it's really sad, especially when it happens like it's Africans to Africans. I don't say like it's okay for Africans to retaliate or to like fight other nationalities apart from like besides like Africans. I just mean like their system follow like, hey, if I feel this is unfair, and Most of the time, I'll blame it to the governments, because what really happens is it's poverty. Like our main issue is poverty. And when poverty hits, we see all sorts of problems emerging, from crime, from everything. So it's poverty. Like, people think it's xenophobia, but it's actually about poverty. So the leaders take everything, you know. So when they take everything, that poor guy over there has a wife, he has 3 kids, and he wanna feed them. He has no job, he has nothing. And now you see, like, people think the newcomer who has a job in their country is the thief, or is the obstacle to their success, which is not always the case. It's always more of the government has fucked up everybody, especially the low incomers. Yeah. So people are becoming more rich. It's the pyramid. On top, people are becoming more rich, and people down in the ground, they are dying, of poverty and stuff. They can do anything. Actually, for them, they celebrate chaos, because they know when there's chaos, they can steal maybe a bottle of water from a shop, or they can do anything from. So this is purely leadership. It's purely leadership. It's purely lack of like following rules. Yeah, and sometimes it pains me, especially a guy like me who comes from Africa, to see like we kill each other just because we believe like the other person is taking opportunity in our country. And that's actually the main problem. Another problem is we strongly believe like we strongly believe in like our country, and actually Africa is one. Most of the time when people ask me, where are you from, I say I'm from Africa, and they get offended. Even some other Africans get offended. Like, Africa is so big, so which country are you from? Me, I'm like, I'm from Africa. Because sometimes these stories of like, I'm from Kenya, I'm from, what do I gain by saying I'm from Kenya? What do I gain by that? And I feel like those are like the small things we should stop. Like, we should start by saying no to individualism. Like, it's mine, it's me, it's my country, it's my mother, it's my family. We should see the bigger picture, man. It's us. It's us. We are pulling everything. I know most of you, this video will be so irrelevant, man. It will be so irrelevant because most of my viewers are not from Africa. Most of my viewers are worldwide. And yeah, this video will be totally irrelevant. You will be like, what is this guy talking about? But I know maybe somebody will stumble along this video. And I strongly believe like our main problem, or the problem actually, like right now, South Africans robbing and killing like Nigerians. Actually, it's lack of opportunity. It's poverty. A poor man can do anything to survive. A poor man will kill. A poor man will do anything to survive. Yeah, and all we need is empowerment. And a lot of African leaders can't empower us because they know once we are empowered, we can see what they are doing. So what they do is they keep the youth, right? I'm not changing my channel to a political movement or a political uprise. I just feel like as a guy who comes from Africa, and people are dying, and I have a voice. I can say something, man. At least my views on what I feel. I should not like just watch a video on Facebook and just keep quiet. Yeah. So yeah. Let me read your comments. I see somebody, Lioness Richness, says, "So true, bro. It's survival." Yeah, it's pure survival. It's pure survival. I'm telling you, it's survival. It's not like people are saying it's self-hate. It's like Africans hate Africans. It's not like that, man. It's lack of opportunity. Yeah. You'll have a reason to hate me because you feel like maybe I'm taking that opportunity from you. Yeah. And the whole idea, it's about empowerment. People lack empowerment. Nobody's giving them jobs. No, they have no way to create jobs. They have no even startup income. They have nothing. Tell me, man. Tell me. For them, chaos will be the best thing for them because they know from chaotic situations, they can steal a laptop, they can steal water, they can steal food, they can steal anything, you know. So you'll be like, oh, I think these people are like crazy. What are they doing? But those guys, I think they celebrate the situation because they want more chaos because they have nothing to lose, you know. Somebody has no job, has no food, has nothing. He sleeps in slums, and there's a lot of riots, and he's able to steal, maybe even drinking water from your shop. He has nothing to lose from the riots. Yeah, it's the guys who have really worked hard, those guys who have had sleepless nights, maybe driving goods from one side to another, and you know, those hard workers, those are the guys who will feel the pain. Yeah, and now I'm seeing like other countries trying to retaliate, like other countries trying to, let's say, I've seen a lot of other countries attacking businesses of, let's say, South Africans, out of South Africans. But again, at the same time, I've seen some videos of like top officials from South Africa trying to support it. That's like the most fearing part of it. Like I saw like a deputy president saying like maybe one day an outsider will be the president of South Africa. You know, that's really like creating fear. You know, that's not really how you handle these situations. And I always feel like these people on top of our governments, they are not there because of merit. They are there because they know somebody. Like it's about connection. Like, oh, my uncle or my wife's dad, or you know, those kind of connections. So you find like a lot of people are into like power, very high positions, not because they deserve them, especially in Africa, because they know like they are like tied, you know, like, oh, that guy is my uncle, so I can be the head of police. Oh, that guy married my sister, so you know. And that's why you'll find like a lot of like high ranking officials speak things that don't make sense, and you'll be like, wait, this is a deputy like head of police speaking like this. Those guys never went to school. They are there because of favors, big corruption, you know. Yeah. And most of those guys also, you'll get to understand that they have never seen real problems. They talk because they want to gain some maybe political, you know, affiliation. Like this is like the guy who is on our side, you know, things like that. Yeah. Somebody says South Africa sell drugs too. It's not about drugs, and even, you know, they are just using that as an scapegoat. A country with systems, a country with police, you arrest, let the guy go through the system. But you see, people don't believe in those systems because those systems are corrupt. They know if they capture or they arrest this drug dealer, 2 3 days he will be out because their system is corrupt, you know. So at the end of the day, it ends up to the, you know, it ends up to the to what I was telling you about leadership. It's leadership, a implementation of law, and also lack of empowerment. You know, if you don't empower people, every day these people will be outside your door begging you, like, hey, please help. Hey, you know, you the boss. Hey, or they'll be doing like, hey, boss. But you see, the leaders can't empower because they know once they empower those people can't come begging like, hey, you know, because empowerment has its own like advantage to less privileged in the society, because once you empower somebody, he doesn't need your help. He's like, I have my say and you have your say. But when you don't empower them, you always have the say, because they will always be like, hey, please, 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 help, help. Yeah. I think vice versa, or prayer. I don't know what to say. Yeah. But I'm trying to say like it's really shameful for Africans to be killing fellow Africans just because they believe like he came to my country to take my opportunity, which is not always the case, because people get jobs through merits, but because of huge corruption in many of or most of the African countries, you find like even people now can't get jobs because everything is through the back door. How much money do you have for you to be a police officer? It's crazy, man. Even my home country where I come from, To be even a police officer, like you have to bribe like maybe 40,000 US dollars for you to get a position which will be paying you 150 $150 a month. It's crazy, man. It's super crazy. Yeah, so I'll be ending this video in the next 5 minutes. Let me keep reading your comments. Then from there, we shall do another live stream about Kingston, Jamaica, or Jamaica as a whole. Last time I didn't do a live stream because I had uploaded a very important video. And for that reason, that's why I didn't do a live stream. So let me read your comments. Say people have to fend for themselves. No, the fact is, it's lack of opportunity. You know, it's lack of opportunity. It's lack of empowerment. You know when you empower people, you show them how to fish and they can go and fish by themselves. But if you can't empower them, they will always ask you for the fish. So, yeah. Somebody's asking me my sunglasses. Yeah, maybe the next video I'll be answering about my sunglasses. I think if somebody's watching this and I'm answering about sunglasses, you may get confused. I think you should go to South Africa to help dispel.
Yeah, maybe I go meet my friends at the bus.
No,
And then try to get the
I
bus.
think I can't go to South Africa, man, for now. Yeah, I think. Yeah, somebody says.
At the bus station.
Let me show this. His name is Minds of Diaspora. Says, I think Nigerians in South Africa should arm themselves and their business and terminate all these South African peasants on site. Let any of these bastards try to approach a son. Okay, I'll say like this. That does not really help at the end of the day, Fighting each other does not really help, At the end of the day, it can only create more destruction, more death, more loss of property. I strongly believe like it's about empowerment. We should see like long-term solutions. There are people down there who don't have jobs. So they feel like going to the streets is the best way because they know through the chaos they can gain something. So the best solution is empowerment. Yeah. It's empowerment. It's empowerment. I'm telling you, it's empowerment. Kenya, somebody says, Lenny, many. Yeah, there's a guy speaking here, so you may be hearing his voice. Kenya has many problems regardless immigration. Yeah, it has I tend to feel like most of African countries, they still have they face similar problems. And for that reason, we should unite and face those problems as a continent. And actually recently they just signed this it's kind of a MOU, MOU, like a memorandum of understanding, where all African countries are uniting to form like a union. So we don't need visas to go to other countries or to do business in other countries. But things like this happening in South Africa threaten those efforts. And it's really sickening. I'm seeing a lot of people support, yeah, let's do this, man. Yeah. If you can use an internet, you must be a smart dude. I expect people who maybe don't even have mobile phones to say things like that. But if you can type and you still support that bullshit, it's really sad, man. Yeah. My message is this. If you're from South Africa, man, you should just try to start educating the people around you, your community. Now, right now, I'm seeing many other African countries are reacting to their deaths of their beloved ones by vandalizing properties belonging to South Africans in those other countries. But at the end of the day, you'll find those guys whose business are being vandalized, they were never there, even they have never been in the streets protesting. But some, so in other words, you're trying to destroy some innocent person's investment. Yeah. So somebody says, I can't even read that comment because I don't agree with it. So think about it, where it all started. It's not about where it all started. There are like three main things about these things. Number one is the leadership. Okay, the leadership is really poor. Number two is poverty. Poverty is like the baseline of everything, actually, when you're poor, you have nothing to lose. You just want to go and find anything that can make sense to you, Poverty has always been even look at those violent countries. Most of the time, people there are really poor, like super poor. Yeah, because these people have to feed their family, they have to eat, they have to buy clothes, they have to, it's not even about education. It's about empowerment. Empowerment does not really mean education, man. There are many things you can do without education. You can learn some skills. You can be a mercenary. You can, or I don't know what you mean by education, maybe, but if you thinking about like going to school, like primary, high school, a lot of billionaires in this world never even finished school. That's like a fact, Bill Gates, the owner of Facebook, those guys never even completed university. So it's not about education, it's about empowerment, poverty, leadership, those three things, So I think I'll end this video here, and I'll be doing the next live stream about Kingston, Jamaica. For now, I'll say bye. Thank you for your comments. I see you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate. I'll see you in the next one, maybe in the next 8 minutes. 8 minutes, we shall be doing the next live stream, which is our live stream. Okay. Bye-bye, and stay positive. Share the video, and share the video as much as you can, man, to just support. Bye.